For all those women out there that think that you can't do this, trust me, I know you can do this because I did it. If I can do it, ladies, I know you can do it also. My name is Hernandez, and I have a 1939 Chevy Master Deluxe. I painted it a Cadillac Escalade 2000 Snow White for the body. For the fenders, it's also a Cadillac Escalade 2000 Diamond White with a gold pearl on it. I just love those colors. It just makes the car look very elegant. As far as accessories go, I have everything a bomb should have. On the outside, I have the A-bar, passing light, cat-eye fog lights. It's sitting on some 560/15 Firestone tires with artilleries that actually happen to be wood grain that my husband did. That's a little different. As far as the hubcaps go, they're Chevy hubcaps. They're actually called dog bowls. I also have airbag system in it. I have the airbags for comfort, less maintenance for me. I don't do the hydros because they're a little too much to maintain for myself. So the airbags I have in front and back. It's a 350 with an automatic transmission. I kept the original floor shifter just for my comfort. Fulton visor, the bullet cooler. I have the fender guides on the side. I actually threw in the side back rat top to have the best of both worlds. I also put in the side mount. And on the outside of the trunk of the car, it's not your typical mural that I have. It's more of a tattoo style that I did, and it's personalized to my taste. And then as far as the inside goes, what every other bomb should have, you know, especially at 39. I have your trico fan, column flashlight holder, hideaway ashtrays, traffic viewfinder, I have the compass, I have an umbrella holder, Venetian blinds in the back, original 30s car seat, which you hardly ever see. I also have the baby bottle warmer that they used to cruise with back in the days. And I also have a chrome undercarriage, if you can believe it or not. So that's my street car, and that's what I love about it. Cars and lowriding for me, I grew up in Phoenix and I went to Carl Hayden High School. Carl Hayden was the mecca of lowriding at that time. People from all over Phoenix came to Carl Hayden to cruise. We had open campuses for lunch. Lowrider had their first sanctioned show at Carl Hayden High School. That was mid to late 70s. So Carl Hayden was a popular cruising spot. And so when I was there in high school, we saw all the cars cruising up and down and we're like, damn, these are nice. We have a famous park across our streets called Falcon Park. So all my girls and I, we would go back there and kick it, hang out and watch the guys cruise in their cars. And just the different varieties of cars, it was a whole new thing for me. And I'm like, damn, those are tight. That's how I kind of got into it. My first lowrider ended up being a '69 Camaro. It was a muscle car. Nobody turns a muscle car into a lowrider, but I did. So when my dad gave me the '69, he just thought I was gonna drive it to work. You know, I used it for work. I used to take the bus to work, so he felt bad for me, and that's why he gave me the '69. Took off the big tires off the back, threw on some small tires with some true spokes, had a little chain steering wheel, painted it black with a cherry pearl, put my little boombox in the car and picked up my girls, and we would go cruise Central. That was our cruising spot. He was taking it back a bit, but once he saw it, he's like, okay, that's my girl right there. You know, I changed it up to my flavor, and he was okay with that. And we actually still have the '69, still sitting in my mom's backyard where I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. My mom was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and ended up being in Winslow, Arizona. My dad was born and raised in Winslow, Arizona. They lived in a little shack behind my Nana's house in Winslow, Arizona. My mom was 16 when she had me. When I was 3 years old is when we moved to Phoenix, Arizona from Winslow. And my mom and dad were hardworking people. We worked construction, my mom at the cosmetic factory for 35 plus years. So the college was never talked about in our household. It just wasn't a thing. We just knew the money wasn't there for it. And that's okay. It was a matter of just making sure you got through high school. Getting through high school and knowing that I was gonna have to go out there and work, that's how I prepped myself from 7th grade on, taking the different clerical courses that I needed to take, because I knew basically that's what I was gonna end up doing. Right out of high school, I graduated in May and I got hired in June. at Valley National Bank, which today now is Chase Bank. So my entry level was a data entry operator. I worked my way up to a team lead, ended up being a supervisor, and I worked there for 29 years before I retired from there in 2010. You know, when you say bank, people automatically think that you're a teller. That's the first thing I got out of everybody. Oh, you're a teller? No, I actually worked the processing side of the bank. I worked with processing checks, and that was night. 28 out of my 29 years was working the night shift. And it wasn't your typical 8 to 5 jobs. It was consistently a 10, 12-hour day there. And I loved it. I loved the production, the hustle that you had to do. We could not leave until the deadline was met. The quality had to be excellent. I learned that, I guess, like I said, from my mom. She worked at Revlon for 35 plus years. She showed me what hard work was. So I looked up to her. In my current job, I'm an enforcement and compliance specialist. I deal with the penalties when the facilities may break the rules. I do that job and I do it to the best of my ability, 150%. You have to work hard to get what you deserve. What I like to think that I do there is I bring that positivity to my work environment. And that's what I learned from being at the bank, bringing those people together. You know, let's get this done, whatever it takes. I met my husband in 2003. I actually met him at a car show. Go figure that. We hooked up in 2004. We got married in 2006. So when I met him, he was deep into lowriding. He was in a car club. He had a bomb. He actually had the 39. And I fell in love with that 39. And I sat shotgun with him all these years, for quite a few years. So I got papers on this 39 just like I got papers on him. And I love it. That's how the 39 became mine. And then we flipped it for my style, my personal style. All these years, he brought me more into the lowriding scene than I ever was before. I mean, I did a few car shows, cruised the Central thing, you know, did all that with my 69 back in the day. And when I retired in 2010 is when I had more time. It's like, you know what? I want a street car. I am part of a all-female bomb club. I mean, there's no other girl car club out there that has just bombs, and we are all females and we're all career women. You know, back in the days there was a stigma, you know, it was just a guy thing. You know, the guys didn't take their ladies to the meetings or to anything else or take them cruising, whatever the case may be. We stand out. We evolved from Phoenix Classics. How that came about was we were couples, husbands and wives. And because the wives all had a bomb, well, us girls got together and talked about, what do you think about us branching off into having a female club? There's not one out there. We all have bombs already. Where do you see that at? You don't. We got the okay to do that, and that's how Phoenix Finest came out. All us ladies, we all work together. There's no one leader. We're all one. The crew that we have right now, we're good. We get along great, and we do so many things together. We just love it. You know, we know that people are looking at us, and it's funny because we get a lot of couples that come up to us and guys are like, thanks a lot, now I gotta buy my lady a bomb. We get a lot of ladies like, you know what, I want a car like yours. That's awesome that we can inspire other women to want a car and want it to be out there cruising. You know, this is a man's world out there as far as lowriding goes. You know, there's been some females out there in the past, and I've seen them more and more today, which is awesome. We've been out here since 2009, and I think because we've been out so long, people are seeing us more. So I like to think that we set the bar, you know, the standard out there for women wanting to cruise their own cars, whether it's a bomb or not. Whatever your flavor is, that the females are out there doing it also. And that's what I love to see out there, more women cruising in their own cars. Each individual woman is independent, they're married, but we love to do things for the community. We adopt families at Christmas time. We go do back to school functions, help other clubs for Toys for Tots. And we do things on the down low. We don't always go out there and tell everybody what we do, but we go out there and we find families that are in need of essentials. As women being mothers out there and having children, our children grow up in the scene and now possibly wanting a car or a bomb, whatever the case may be, whether it's a girl or a boy, it's awesome. They're following our footsteps. That's everything to us, to be able to put that out there and continue, you know, the lowriding scene and continue the love for cars and continuing to want to be able to do things for the community. I mean, it's all one. We're making a difference out there. So for all those women out there that think that you can't do this, trust me, I know you can do this because I did it. Back then, I was on the outside looking in. I was a spectator. Never thought I would be on the inside looking out. You just have to want to do it. It's gonna take time. This didn't happen overnight. This happened over years. And it happened over years of hard work, dedication, loyalty, and because you love this passion, you're gonna put your heart and soul into this. Don't sit there and think that, there's no way, because I thought there was no way. I thought I was just gonna kick it and just watch from afar, but now I'm in it. I'm driving the bomb. If I can do it, ladies, I know you can do it also. My name is Pearl Hernandez Seiler. I'm an enforcement compliance specialist, and I am a lowrider role model.